Failure doesn't make you a loser. It only proves you are willing to try. Quitting is what truly ends the journey. In this life, you're likely going to fail at something. You may fail at an idea, a video, a pitch. You may fail in business. You may fail a plan. But failure is not the end. It's simply feedback. Welcome to Make Your Move. In this episode, we're discussing how failure can work to your advantage. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try. And so let me tell you a true story from my life. See, there was a time I waited 6.5 years before gaining admission into the university. Many people would have concluded that my dream was over. I actually thought so myself. So at some point, I wanted to learn a craft and go to school much later. Because every year that passed felt like another failure. The truth is that I could have stopped trying, but I didn't. Somehow I didn't. When the opportunity finally came, I didn't just gain admission, I graduated with first class honors. Became the first ever first class graduate from not just my department, but also the university, and served as the inaugural valedictorian of the university. The interesting thing is that years later, that same getting admission and going to university led me to earn a PhD. And then looking back now, those years were tough to endure, but they were not proof that I had failed. They were preparing me for a story I couldn't have written myself. And that's the difference between failure and quitting. Failure says, try another way. And quitting says, the story ends here. Many people don't actually fear failure. That's something I discovered. I had to have a book, my current book, most recent book in the market, Power of Positive Delay. While working on that book, I discussed the story I just told and the other stories that appeared like failure in my life that turned around. And I realized that many people don't actually fear failure. They fear being seen failing. That's the point. Because failure in itself is usually not a bad thing if well handled. You see, nobody applauds the person who never stepped onto the field. And how would you even talk about failing if you never stepped out to try something? Every successful person you admire has failed more times than most people know. The difference is that they kept moving. So, your first attempt didn't work. Don't let that become your final chapter. Learn, adjust, grow, move again. I recently read about a young entrepreneur who started a food delivery business online. The story goes that the first week, he received no orders. The second week, only 2 people ordered, and both paid late. For many people, that would have been enough to quit. Instead, this young man reviewed what wasn't working. He adjusted his pricing, improved his packaging, and used better product photos. Today, he fulfills more than 80 orders every month. What has happened is that failure has given him direction. Quitting would have buried the dream altogether. That's why the issue is not the failure. The failure was just an event. The story doesn't end because you failed at something. It's just a feedback, and when you look critically, you can find things that you can do and then go again. If you think you failed at something, don't stop. Don't stop there. Adjust, learn, and sometimes relearn. Try again, because failure is not final. Stopping, quitting is what ends the journey. Make your move.